The U.S. Embassy in Peru alerting Americans about reports of what could be a general strike in the Cusco area near Machu Picchu. They say may affect transportation in that city, meaning airport departures. Why is that relevant? Well, two South Florida first responders are among those stranded in the political chaos in Peru. Are supposed to be on their way home right now. They and hundreds of tourists to Machu Picchu who find themselves stuck in increasingly violent political protests. The Peruvian government suspended the lifeline of train service to cities from where they were to fly home in those ongoing protests after the arrest of Peru's former president.
Miami-Dade Police Sergeant Josena Munoz tells Local 10 she has secured a flight out of Cusco today. Miami-Dade Fire Captain Brian Vega made an incredible journey out of the town where he had been stranded, and he videotaped the ordeal. Christina Vasquez has that story.
A lot of emotions coursing through me right now.
Miami-Dade Fire Captain Brian Vega, one of hundreds of tourists stranded in Peru.
We're on the 5th day today. So we have a group of 20 and we're going to try walking out.
Shooting this video for you in a town near Machu Picchu Saturday.
What are the age groups, more or less?
Older. The oldest is probably 74, so hopefully we can all make it.
Maybe the safest option is to walk back along the railroad tracks.
Documenting how the day started with dismay.
I've got blisters on my feet and I'm just pretty exhausted.
After take a look.
Seems like helicopters probably not an option to get out of here.
Air evacuations for stranded tourists Saturday and Sunday.
El tiempo?
Suspended due to weather factors.
There's a list of apparently who's getting priority for the helicopters, but we're not on it.
The websites for the local government don't exactly work.
Peru plunged into political turmoil after its president was arrested for illegally trying to dissolve Congress. Caught in a political storm of protests, blockades, closed airports, and suspended train service, tourists.
I'm out of breath right now because I just ran over here.
But then early Saturday evening, Captain Vega phoned in with an update.
It's just been announced by police that the train is going to be available. We are boarding right now.
Speaking with us as hundreds began boarding a train.
People are relieved, but there's a little bit of panic as well.
You can see everyone up here.
But by nightfall,
We're having to finish our trek here.
a boulder on the tracks blocked train access, prompting this trek to the next town on foot in the thick of darkness. Yet in the light ahead, hope that one step closer to coming home.
Final portion of train tracks before we get to a car.
What an ordeal. Captain Vega did make it safely to a Cusco hotel where today he plans to catch a flight to Lima, working to get home to his wife and children before Christmas.
The captain sent us video from last night as he finally met up with Sergeant Munoz.
Hi, I'm Captain Brian Vega from Miami-Dade Fire Rescue.
And Sergeant Josena Munoz from the Miami-Dade Police Department.
We're finally able to reunite. Want to let everyone know we're safe. We're going to be heading out tomorrow to Lima and then back to Miami, and
Excited to go home.
Very excited and relieved.
Godspeed to them. The State Department has been tweeting updates for Americans stranded this morning. We began with the latest update at the top of this program. Here's another from overnight. It reads, the government of Peru is coordinating limited resumed rail service to help travelers depart Aguascalientes, Machu Picchu Village. Trains travel to a designated point and passengers will travel the rest of the way to Cusco in other vehicles.
And this one from yesterday was sent when the weather prevented initial attempts to evacuate the most vulnerable foreign tourists by helicopter. They will reattempt to do that when the weather improves. We will continue to monitor the grave situation in Peru and bring you updates on our local South Florida first responders and their efforts to come home.
And thank goodness for internet, and we can keep in touch with them all along that way.